by providing right solutions to enhance their customer experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Rahul Gupta, Principal Solution Engineer, Salesforce-India.
Increase the FCRs. Since service is too much ingrained in me, because coming from a contact center product company and now taking care of service cloud in Salesforce, similar to a contact center rep, I respect everyone's time over here, and I think that I should add value to your probably less than 25 minutes if I can add value to this discussion. So I want to, can you put the next slide please? Listen to us, to engage into the sessions, and even I can start those slides. That's the thank you. Right. So in the thank you slide, we generally, what we say is that we reference to those people, not only our customers, partners, stakeholders, but also to these conferences where we get to know what is that we are demanding, what is that, because we all are end customers at the end of the day. If you would have imagined Google Maps earlier, used to have two separate things, street map and the normal map, the local street. Now they've combined both in a single frame. Recently so there used to be called a puja Udyapan bolte, and we used to do that, and I have to book a halwai, a caterer for that, right? I have been to that location earlier, but I didn't find the route because I have shifted to a new location in Gurgaon. I used Google Maps, and then I switched to street map because I knew that somewhere down the line the mattresses shops were there too many for that location. I just browsed it and I typed mattress shops at XYZ location, and it gave me a specific location at Google Map. I moved to the street map view and figured out that corner, and I just passed that location to my parents so that they can go over there and book out. This is how the technology is changing us. And when I was realizing that which topic should I choose, so being a sponsor, we have that privilege that we should have an agenda first, right? And then we realized. So I realized that there are many topics which are in the periphery or which are important for making changes in the life of customer experience. But I thought, why not to choose a core topic? And my topic is the modern contact center. It's not like traditional versus modern. It's like what is the modern contact center should look like. And I, Rahul Gupta, as a service cloud specialist, talk to many customers across domains to figure out what your end consumers are facing problem if I can solve that problem. So under that, with that particular per se, I need to, so I am a little bit changing the game over here. So if you ask me a question, I'll ask a question. And if we can have the mics, can we have the mics? So, do you think that the service your company is providing is as good as the product you are delivering or service you are delivering? I can just have show of hands. I'll repeat. Do you think the service your company is providing is as good as the product or service you are delivering or you are selling?
Always scope to do better. You can't really say a yes or a no. So neither can I let my product down, nor can I say my customer service is not good. So I think the safe bet is can do better.
Right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Yes, so I think so we extensively work in the space of customer experience, and I always say this, that there are very few companies who go beyond to kind of do something which is differentiated from others. I'll give you a quick story. This is an automobile company, and I don't mind mentioning the brand because I think what they did was something which clearly differentiated them. It's a very well-known brand, Maruti. So we had a car, and I'd given the car for servicing. The car was, so of course they gave us a time that the car will be ready in next 3 hours. And we had dropped the car, and we came back. We had some plans with the family, so I came back with my family, my husband and an 8-year-old child. And when we reached there, they said that the car is not ready. And they told us that we need another 2.5 hours, it's not complete. Of course, as expected, we were very upset about it because we had plans. And then I expressed that I said you should have at least, all you could have done is to inform But he said, so there was a discussion for 5 minutes and he asked us to wait. He went inside. He came back after 10 minutes with 3 movie tickets in the closest, nearest mall. He arranged a cab for us and he apologized, and that was an immediate service recovery. Within
later I came back and find that this is not working properly. Just after using for 1 day, it is not working. And there was a time window of 10 days for the replacement, but that window is already passed. So I thought, I cannot, ask for replacement. So I hesitantly called the customer care that this piece is not working and now the 10 days are gone. What should I do? And he said, sir, you are not aware that this product is having a 6 months replacement warranty intact. But this is not mentioned in the order itself. So I can do it. I can replace it. You just give another order of file stick and return it by returning the old non-working piece. So by that way, they have solved my problem. And I was very surprised that even after the replacement window is over, they are able to give me the product. And they have not used the customer because it's just a policy saying that if this time window is over, now nothing can be done.
I have a very different experience. It's not about post-sales, it's about a bank. So generally my ticket size on my credit card is very less, thanks to the pay rate. But my wife asked that, oh, I want this piece, and it was my anniversary, my parents forced me to do this, and it was a 70,000 rupees transaction. I used that credit card and it got blocked, and at that very moment I received an SMS, I received a call stating, hi, is that you who is doing this transaction? It is not at all post-sales kind of service. I was booking a plan for my family and I was about to book it on XYZ brand. I was going to the payment gateway and the payment failed. I tried twice, it failed. I just switched to another plan, travel planner, and I was about to book. I didn't book it earlier because it was a little bit expensive. Again, thanks to the payment. So over there, I was about to book it, right? And at that point of time, I just got a call from the previous planner. Hey sir, we have observed that there is a failure in the payment gateway. I'm just sending you a link right away. And he just stopped you. And they got it. That's where when we say, okay, abandoned carts, analytics, thanks to the speaker over there. This is where you are powering them. And it's not, so see, all our intentions, like the man said, that we all want to improve. But the intentions are right today in an organization in a very specific department. Marketing department wants to have their own good customer experience. Sales wants to have their own, and then service wants to have their own, and then operations wants to have their own. But what about this connected experience? Today, can a person sitting at a contact center realize that, hey, you were browsing for an insurance, term insurance at my site for 5-10 seconds, and can I fix that? So my next service CRM design like that. Is everyone part of it? We say services by everyone. Is your organization designed like that? Just think of it. Again, the intentions are right. You in Excel, in an email, suppose I have called as an inbound query, support agent picks up. They are not the one who can actually pitch the product in a very fashion manner. How is that? Because that changes the whole connotation. There's a push from the customer, and there is something where we are pushing the customer. Okay, so that another example. And next, should I try this clicker? Chalega? Can you quit? Quit. There are scenarios when a sales team is going to the customer, but they're not even aware that there's a major issue going on. And there could be scenarios that I am going for a renewal also, and the renewal guy is a different guy from the sales guy. He is not even aware that there are some cases going on. There are scenarios when people, not even in our CRM boundary, their sweet time, they will open the emails on their week. I hope no one is from finance or accounts from that. Right? So that is where can we bring them in the ambit of CRM with very less cost? Is I am making my agent aware of the opportunities when you're talking to the customer, be it B2B or B2C. Could be another scenario that for those companies where we want or expect that the technician should be going on the ground. or it could be document pickups also, right? What if I could have avoided that 300 rupees, 400 rupees visit? Each time we know that there's a reset button at the bottom and you just click on it and it will work. But for that, we ask a technician to go and tell us, boss, this is it. Press karo hoega. This is it. But what if I... Yes, it will not be there for everything. But either you are defining that problem or you are solving that problem. Right? Imagine that a field service guy again on the ground fixing up your TV. How do you encompass all this? All through process automations, which along with an intent and the technology, rest everything falls in place. With this, you create a customer-centric culture. Like the examples which I have told you. With this, you create these, and they said that, okay, we want a complaint to be created on email to case. We want, if a phone call comes up, a manual case should be created by the agent, judging that whether it's a call or a query, or complaint or a query. And the third is that we also want a scripting, guided script tool for it. I'm not the one who's handling the calls. I should be knowing that he's calling for this complaint. Rather than Rahul as a customer saying, hey, I had lost the problem, agent should say, hi Rahul, we can see that you have lost this problem. Is the call related to that? Let him say no.
Thank you. I think we can manage for 1 or 2 questions over here. Anyone who would like to?
I just have one question. I'll probably pick this discussion maybe around the discussion tables that we would have. For all of us who really drive customer center or customer experiences at a leadership role for an organization, we are often perceived to be somebody who looks at cost optimization. That's my role to do as to what cost optimization that I would deliver for the organization. I would like to see if you have any plans from Salesforce as to how can I, a customer experience team or a leadership level that we deliver roles at, become a revenue generation industry for the organization. I like the question that you asked, if your product is as good, is your experience as good enough? Okay, but always scope to improve.
Yeah.
But how do I, in customer experience, be the one to go back and tell the team, saying that this is the kind of experience that we bring, this is the kind of discussions that I'm having with the customer. My next go-to milestone for a product development or an experience that I can enhance, which would in turn lead to revenue generation, is something that I'm looking for. So, you know.
Page layout for a different question, different scenario, different agent, different product. So we want a different frame of screen, different questions to be there to be asked. Can we train an agent in less than 7 days to be ready? Right? This is again a cost to serve, right? Because what I've heard is that at least a month is required. I'm again very optimistic over it. At least a month is required to train an agent. But can we make him up and running by the system that he should be there to serve the customer, decreasing the cost? The second is on the rule-based scenarios. That for these kind of customers, like the marketing piece, that if something is browsed, can I fetch it? Or some product. Because see, we all understand that the customer service rep is too much occupied with the traffic or the volume of every medium, and we cannot expect him to sell this or remember other things. But can we nudge him based on some prospects or some parameters on that screen itself? That is second. Third, data cloud, but not going into the technological answer, but a scenario based is, again, you are at a website, you are browsing something, you just kept it open, and there was no call, I'll pass this data. This is what you require at that point of time. So inactivity in a way is telling me, like abandoned cart is an inactivity, you just left it. It's a signal for me that
we will be going live with Salesforce in this month. So my question to you, in your slide, you never mentioned about social listening. So is that a component already available with Salesforce which can understand what are our customers saying or what are customers of competitors saying good or bad, and how can that be taken up for improving the customer experience?
Very, very relevant question. And as I mentioned, Maruti don't